Okay, today we're going to be solving this inequality. Solve the inequality. If a solution exists, write it using the interval notation. Use a single interval if possible. So we're going to start off with our problem. Absolute value of 2x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 5. The first thing we're going to do is solve it for the positive one. So we'll write 2x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 5. Now we want to solve for x, so we want to get x by itself. So in order to get rid of the positive 5, we have to subtract 5 from both sides. So that'll leave us with 2x is greater than or equal to 0. Now, in order to undo the multiplication of 2 to the x, we have to divide both sides by 2, because division is the opposite of multiplication. So these 2's cancel, and we're left with x is greater than or equal to 0. But now, since this is an absolute value equation, we have to negate the entire side, the entire left-hand side, and switch the sign. So we'll have negative 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 5. Now the first thing we're going to do is distribute the negative. So we have 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 5. Now once again we want to get x by itself, so we'll start by adding 5 to both sides. And we'll have negative 2x is less than or equal to 10. Then divide both sides by negative 2 to get x by itself. The negative 2's cancel out, and we're left with x is less than or equal to negative 5. Now we have to put this in interval notation. We know x is less than or equal to negative 5, so x can be any value that is less than negative 5, all the way down to negative infinity. It goes to negative 5, and then we have to decide whether or not we want a rounded bracket or a square bracket. Since x can be equal to negative 5, then we're going to put a square bracket. And then we have to do the same logic for the other one. We know x can be greater than or equal to 0, so since it can be equal to 0, we'll have square bracket again, and it can be any value greater than 0, so it can go all the way up to infinity. So our final answer is negative infinity to 5 union 0 to infinity.